swing in the balance this election. This election will decide if we keep the country moving forward or we bring it back to the past. If you believe, let me hear you say, yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
The president is taking aggressive steps to put Americans back to work, create economic prosperity for hardworking Americans, and to reward responsibility. For years, before the economic crisis, we saw middle-class security had been slipping away. Wages stagnated while healthcare costs soared. We've added back more than 4.4 million private sector jobs, and then we have seen 28 straight months of job growth, but there's more work to do. If you believe the president can get us there, let me hear you say, yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
We here in Florida have a choice between two starkly different visions for our country, especially two very different visions about how to grow our economy, create security for the middle class, and a level playing field when it comes to taxes for hardworking American families. If you believe in hardworking American families, let me hear you say, yes, we can!
Yes, we
can! The president is urging Congress to stop a tax hike on 98% of Americans and 97% of small business owners. But Mitt Romney opposes the president's plan. Romney's plan would actually raise taxes on millions of hardworking families. But Mitt Romney opposes the plan. It's pretty clear Mitt doesn't understand Florida. Romney's plan would make the most tax cuts for the wealthiest permanent and add $5 trillion in tax cuts for the wealthiest Americans. The difference is clear. Romney believes prosperity will happen with billionaires. The president believes in you. Romney can pull off this by exploding the deficit or forcing a middle-class tax hike, making it harder for millions of hardworking families to pay health care, child care, send their kids to college, and save for retirement.
Boo.
Now let me ask you, is there anyone in here who can afford a tax increase? No! That's right.
1% can.
Yet, that plan doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense back in the day, and it doesn't make any sense now. That's not a plan to put working families first. That's not a plan to put Florida's economy first. It's just another sign when it comes to Florida that Mitt just doesn't get it. But the president does. Do you believe in the president? Let me hear you. Orlando, we've been down that path before. Do you remember in October 2008 when we faced the greatest recession since the Great Depression? They will have us forget. Mitt Romney's plan forgets, but we can never forget. Mitt Romney's the same candidate who went to a high foreclosure city like Orlando, like down in Southwest Florida, and said it's okay for families to lose their homes in a tough housing market. To make matters worse, he said let it hit bottom. Do we believe in other solutions? Do we think we can make it better? Let me hear you! Mitt would also be the candidate that would weaken Florida seniors' Medicare to help pay for tax cuts to the wealthiest of Americans. Mitt would end Medicare as we know it and turn it into a voucher program. Who believes our senior citizens deserve better than that and we can do better?
I do!
And Mitt would just be fine with seniors falling in that Medicare donut hole. Does that sound like a candidate who believes in Florida? Who stands up for Florida's families? If you believe the president will stand up for Florida's families, let me hear you say, yes, we can!
Yes, we will!
The truth is, the president believes the only way we can create an economy built to last is to build it from the middle out, not from the top down. From you and I and everybody in this room. He's talking about a plan to restore middle-class security by paying down our debt in a balanced way that ensures everyone pays their fair share and still invests in things that we need to create jobs, grow our economy over the long term, like education. Do you believe education is the future of this nation? If you believe you can make clean energy The President's also laying out a bold new vision from human spaceflight that will create jobs and bring it home and hope to NASA community to restoring the Everglades. The President has a plan that will help move Florida forward. Where are we going to go? Forward! Where are we going to go? Forward! That's the type of president we need here in the state of Florida. In Florida, we're not looking for a presidential candidate who doesn't get it. We're looking for a candidate who has our back. Who has our back? Obama! I can't hear you. 4 years ago, we helped send President Barack Obama to the White House. We got into the White House. But nobody gave up this victory without a fight. We had to fight on every street corner, at every door, every phone, every family member. Who's going to stand with Barack when it comes to this election? Let me hear you. You won because of volunteers and supporters just like you. You told your neighbors, you told your friends and family, you told the country what the president means for Florida. We went neighborhoods, block by block, and you won't be alone. I'll see you out there, I promise.
We love you, Darren!
You do! But they're going to try to spend billions of dollars slandering the great man that leads our country, President Barack Obama. But don't you believe it? Don't you believe it? How are we going to stand together? United. How are we going to stand together? United! Tear down that kind of unity. Nothing is more powerful than people power, than the power of the conversations that will happen among many of you and many of the voters who are just on the fence. And I believe we'll win that conversation every time. In 2008, we had a vision that for our future that gained support throughout Florida because we came together to talk about the issues that meant the most to us, that meant the most to you, that meant the most to families struggling to make ends meet at the dinner table. Who's with us?